This is Joe Bonner reporting live for Channel 2 News within the studio here. We are on the I can't really say we're on the air because this is yeah. This is Joe Bonner reporting. This is Joe Bonner reporting live for Channel 2 News. This is the one and only Antonio Tornanish reporting. This is Channel 2 News in 4K. The time. Holy shit! I didn't realize it was that late. The time is 2:15 a.m. Thursday, March 3rd. Try again. It's 2:16 a.m. Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. Yeah. Just disregard that last transmission. I'm doing this because we got fans going in here, and the microphone built into the camera will pick up the wind, because basically it's blowing right across the camera. The camera's right in the wind, so this way it shouldn't be picking up the wind. I'm gonna have to play this back before I upload it and see how it comes out. Every moment tells a story. I'm probably not going to be up too much later. Oh shit, hold on. We'll keep talking, but I got to plug the camera in. Got to plug the camera in, it's about to die. Okay. This Channel 2 News crisis averted. We plugged the camera in, so we're good to go. I don't know how long I'm going to be up exactly, because I do have things to do tomorrow. Well, okay. The only thing I got to do tomorrow is, or I should say later today now, because it is Thursday now. The only thing I have to do later today is I need to get out to Walmart and do some grocery shopping, because we don't have a whole lot of food around here. So do some grocery shopping. This is Joe Ponick, aka Antonio Tornanish, reporting live for Channel 2 News in 4K. We go see what Mr. Walmart's doing. See what's new in Walmart news. See if there's any Walmart news. Walmart news. I love it. Shit. The problem is if I unplug the camera, it's because it was, when I plugged it in, it was down to 1 bar. So if I unplug it, it's going to die. It'll die on this cord will reach. I don't know how far this charger cord will reach. I probably will do videos later today. It'll be when I go, because I think I'm probably gonna go over to my friend John's, and hang out with him and TJ and our friend Jim Jam. Because I haven't seen John in a while. I don't get over there much. And we used to play GTA 5 on the Xbox, and we haven't played it for a long time. Yeah. I really don't have much news. This mainly will be a news station for the weather when it gets bad. What I'm going to do is I've got this microphone. Here. I got this microphone, which I can clip to the top of the camera. However, I have to get a battery for that. The problem is, if I use the built-in camera on the camera. Okay, shut up. Try that one again. Rewind that. No. If I use the built-in microphone on the camera, and go film out there when there's storms coming. Like when we have storms coming in, and we already have the strong winds. Because a lot of storms have what they call outflow winds, which is the winds are blowing out ahead of the storm. Anyway, if I go out and film when there's high wind, the microphone on the camera will pick that up, but it won't hear. You won't hear me talking. So I'm either going to have to get a battery for this microphone, or we can plug this microphone in and set it up kind of like I'm doing a newscast outside. Again, I have two 256 gigabyte memory cards. One of them is on my in the card reader on my desktop computer right now, because the first video that I shot on that is it's actually now uploaded to YouTube. So you might want to jump on over there and check that video out. I think I called it Antonio 4K, I think. The reason why I did that is because what I can do, since I got two of them now, and a 256 gigabyte memory card is ideal for forming. I can't even talk. I give up. I quit. No. The reason why I got two 256 gigabyte memory cards is because a 256 gigabyte memory card is ideal for filming in 4K. And I like how it looks. The reason why I got two of them is because that way I'll film a video with one card. I'll take that card out of the camera, pop it in the card reader in my desktop computer. Then I'll take the other card, put it in the camera, and go outside and shoot another video. So what I'll be doing is I'll be shooting a video outside filming storms while I'm uploading another one. Well, once uploading, I'm shooting a new video. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing some live streaming. But I'm debating if I want to get a tripod to sit over, like you can't see, but sit over there. And what I'll do is take the webcam off of my desktop computer, plug it into my notebook, but I'll bring that in here. And I figured out a way to do it and still be hooked up directly to the internet. What we'll have to do is disconnect my Xbox that's in here. I have an Ethernet cable on the Xbox in here. Disconnect that, plug it into my notebook via the Ethernet adapter that I have for it. Plug it in there, and then I could live stream while I'm filming videos. Because what I would be doing is I would be uploading videos on the desktop computer, and the notebook I'd be just be live streaming constantly the whole time that the storms are going. The other thing I could do, actually I don't know if I could do that because my phone needs to be open because I know that I can at least record up to an hour's long video on my phone. Although my phone has been nagging at me that I'm running out of space, so I may have to close that out. I was going to see if I could shoot a continuous video on my phone of the whole severe weather event, and then upload that after it's done. They are getting the severe weather that we got. What is today? Today is Wednesday. Or no, today's Thursday now. Wednesday. Yeah. The severe weather that we got Wednesday. No. Correction on that. Correction. The severe weather that we got on Tuesday has now moved east. When I saw the weather earlier this morning on the Weather Channel, TV right behind me here, right there, I keep it on the Weather Channel 24/7. They were showing that they were getting tornadoes down in Missouri. So the severe weather that we got on Tuesday has moved east. And that system is supposed to keep on moving toward the East Coast. That I know of, there is no severe weather in the forecast yet. Not that I know of. I mean, there is a significant risk for severe weather. There's going to be a significant severe weather outbreak. I will put a video on YouTube about, if I can, about 2 days before it's supposed to happen. So let everybody in the area, anybody that would be watching this in the Stewart area would know what's going on and what's supposed to happen. If we are in, like I said in another video, I think channel 1011, during the severe weather season, they'll show the SPC maps, the Storm Prediction Center outlook map. But there's 4 or 5 colors. There's light green, dark green, yellow, orange, purple. There's 6 colors. So the light green just means general thunderstorms. Nothing, nothing significant. The darker green is a marginal risk for severe weather. The yellow is a slight risk for severe weather. The orange is an enhanced risk for severe weather. Now, on Tuesday, we were in the slight risk, like almost all of eastern Nebraska is in the yellow. We ended up in a severe thunderstorm watch because of that. You get in the orange, which is a significant risk for severe weather. That usually sometimes can warn a tornado watch if it gets bad enough. So there's orange. Then you have the orange is an enhanced risk. Purple is a moderate risk for severe weather, and red would be a high risk. Now, when I looked at the weather earlier today, they had torcons of 9. You heard that right. They had torcons of 9 in Missouri. Let me explain this. There's this thing called a torcon index, tornadic conditions index. It goes by tens. So a 1 would be a 10% chance for a tornado within 50 miles of any location. That'd be a 1. A 2 would be a 20% chance for a tornado within 50 miles of any given location within the tornado area. So 2 is 20. Within 50 miles of a location within the area. 30. A 4 would be a 40% chance for a tornado within 50 miles of a location in the area. 5 would be a 50% chance. 6 would be a torcon to 6 would be a 60% chance. Okay, let me rewind that. Put this way. A torcon of 1 would be a 10% chance. A torcon of 2 would be a 20. Torcon of 3 would be 30. Torcon of 4 would be 40. A torcon of 50 would be a torcon of 5 would be a 50% chance of a tornado within 50 miles of location. 5. A torcon of 6 would be a 60% chance for a tornado. A torcon of 7 would be a 70% chance. This is getting real high. 70. A torcon of 8 would be an 80% chance for a tornado. A torcon of 9 would be a 90% chance for a tornado. And a torcon of 10, which is the highest it gets, is a 100% chance for a tornado. You get a torcon of 10, that means you are going to get a tornado for sure. It's going to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That means it's going to happen. Now here in Stewart, or here in Nebraska, in eastern Nebraska, the one I've seen here would be about a 2 or a 20% chance. Either a 2 or a 3. I've never seen it get higher than that during eastern Nebraska. But this is the newest rate that happened. So like I said, if we get a tornado, or if we get severe weather, or a chance for a severe weather outbreak, the looks like it's going to be a significant one. I will do a video, like I said, maybe 2 to 3 days in advance, just to give you guys forewarning of what's going on. And if you can hear air, it's because I got both fans on because I'm hot. So yeah, it is. I mean, I'm not ready to put that, but I don't want to stay at 2 days. It is 2:30 in the morning. I'll tell you what. I think I'm going to take my nighttime meds, and I will keep. First, I got to go ahead and get a Coke. Yes, I'm taking my meds with Coke. So I got to go get something to drink. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't had a Coke since I got home. I had a Pepsi cup at work and a Coke cup. And I think I filled the cup twice. Methinks. I don't know. But I haven't had a Coke since I got home. I ran out earlier and I just haven't got another one. That's another thing I got to do tomorrow is I got to go to Walmart and stock up on Coca-Munga. Alright, if this thing is charged before I go take my meds. If this thing is charged up enough. Or I guess we can make it quick. Alright. We'll see if it's flat. Channel 2 News on location. No, you can't see anything. We'll get him later on, at a later time. So this is Joe Ponick reporting live. Channel 2 News. I'm gonna put the camera back in so it doesn't die. Right. Let's see if I can do this while still talking to you. Multitasking. This should be interesting. Shut up. Okay, I got to plug in. That's what I'm not really in a hurry to get to bed, but I didn't sleep well last night. And now I'm not meeting up with John and TJ and Jim until after 2 o'clock. Is when I'll do that. So sometime in the morning time, I need to get to Walmart so I can get some groceries and stock up on Coke. I also have to load my gift. Well, I gotta load the gift card first. Load my food card before I get go to eat. Yeah, John, yeah, it'd be nice if I had a microphone stand to hold this microphone up with, but I don't. Time is now 2:34, Thursday, April 3rd, 2025. I watched the 10 o'clock news on channel 1011, and they weren't saying a whole lot about. They didn't mention any storms coming in anytime soon. So now we're supposed to get some rain on Saturday, I believe it is, but it's just rain. So, like I said, if we're supposed to get a major severe weather event, well, it's like this. Here's how I gauge it. If we're supposed to have severe weather, and they have eastern Nebraska in the orange, which is an enhanced risk, I definitely will put a video up on YouTube immediately warning everybody of what's going to happen. Now, I've only seen them go as far as to have eastern Nebraska in the orange. I've never seen it any higher than that. As in 1011's never had eastern Nebraska in the red or the purple. So yeah. Hey Google, you're fired.
I hope we can still be friends.
And that was a message from Google. Hey Google, what's today's news?
Here's the latest news. From Reuters TV, U.S. at 2:19 a.m. today.
After nearly 200 years of mitigating risk, at FM, we can see what others don't. As leaders in commercial property insurance, our risk engineering approach...
Hey, Google, cancel.
...business in ways others can't.
Hey, Google.
See more at fm.com.
Hey, Google. Shit. Cancel. Okay, there, I got to shut up. I don't think you really want to hear the news. This is Joe Ponick reporting live for Channel 2 News. I'm about to go off the air, and I'll put this video up on YouTube real quick. I need a Coke. Oh, yeah. I'm going to give you a spin around, and I'll show you where I would put the... Okay, so right there by the where the fans are over here. So, okay, what I'd probably do is put the because right about there next to the fan, that's probably right set up the webcam for the live streaming. And then what I might do is put an extension on the webcam cord. I have a USB extension to put on that, and I and then I'll set the notebook over there on the desk for the desktop computer. That way, because I'm not going to have room for the computer. I don't have any place to set the computer up over here. So I figured I'll set, and I may have to get another tripod to do this. Set the webcam up over there. Have the notebook sitting up on the desktop on the desk over there. So it's out of the way because I don't have any place to set the notebook up over there. And I don't want to sit on the bed because I don't want to knock it over. Hopefully, I might have to actually test it out to see if that would work. See if that extension is going to be long enough to reach from over here all the way over to the desktop. Because I'm really actually considering doing a live event during a severe weather event. Now, the other thing is this also depends on if I'm working. If I am at work, then I can't do it. Because it'd be a little hard to live stream here. And for those of you listening, you can get this too. On my phone, I also have it on my tablet. On my phone, I have an app. I went into the Play Store and I typed in NOAA Weather Radio. That's NOAA spelled N-O-A-A, capital N-O-A-A, Weather Radio. And you'll see a red, white, and blue circle that's with like a microphone on it that says NOAA Weather Radio. Install that, and you'll have the NOAA Weather Radio on your phone. What I did on Tuesday was I decided to download that app on my phone. And then while I was at work, I had the phone in my pocket, but I had it on speaker, and I was listening to the NOAA weather radio station while I was working. That way I could keep track of the warnings, because I have a Google speaker. I have a party speaker in the dish room. But in the event of severe weather, I am not going to plug my phone into the speaker and just have the weather station playing. Because if there's no warnings going on, they'll go through, give you the forecast and the temperature and dew point and humidity information and the relative humidity. Or not relative humidity, they'll do the relative humidity, the dew point, the temperature, and the barometric pressure. They'll tell you what all that is, and they'll go through the forecast, and then it repeats, and then repeats, and repeats, unless we get a warning. Then they'll break in with beep, and they'll read off the warning, and then they'll repeat that. I figure nobody's going to want to hear that in my entire shift. So I just had the NOAA weather radio app on my phone, and was listening to it while I work. Type of thing. You guys, anybody who's watching this, you can get that on your phone too. When you get that app on the phone, what you want to do is, there's a search bar on top. You want to type in WXM20. Okay, let me back up. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. If you're watching this and you're in the Lincoln area, if you're watching this in Nebraska and you're in the Lincoln area, or you're watching this in Seward, if you get the app on your phone, you want to type in if you get the NOAA weather radio app on your phone, you want to type in WXM20, and then click on it and hit play, and you'll have the weather forecast and alerts and everything for the Lincoln and surrounding areas. Matter of fact, I can show you. All right. I don't know if you can see that. Where it says NOAA on the bottom there, that's the app. You search for it in the Play Store. Now on my phone, you're not gonna. I also have AccuWeather, which I don't really use much, but I have it on there. I have, for those of you in the Lincoln surrounding areas in Nebraska, watch this. I also have the 1011 weather app. And I also have an app called NWS Now. What that is, it's the National Weather Service. It's the app from the National Weather Service itself. You cannot find that in the Play Store. What you do is go to your browser on your phone, type in NWS Now, and then one of the options it should give you is NWS Now app. Click on that and click on download for Android. You'll have that on your phone. It'll give you the dew point, humidity, barometric pressure, the temperature, all that stuff. If you're in the Lincoln area, you use if you have the location on your phone, it'll automatically find you. And let's see, what else do I have? 1011 app, AccuWeather. I also have an app called Radar Express. It's just called Radar X. That's Radar X. That's what it looks like. That's our radar. You can get you can pull up the radar for anywhere in the world. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, what do we got here? Tornado warnings. This isn't. Now, anybody in Nebraska, this isn't for here, so disregard this completely. The National Weather Service in Nashville, this is in Tennessee, has issued a tornado warning for Davidson County in Middle Tennessee, Williamson County in Middle Tennessee, southeastern Cheatham County in Middle Tennessee. Anyway, see, I could pull up the radar for anywhere in the U.S. and get warnings for that state. But mainly I just worry about the weather for, well, I'm out of Seward. I'm in Seward, Nebraska. So it's basically, for me, it's Seward and the surrounding area. So yeah, it is almost 3 in the morning. I mean, hell, I guess if I wanted to, I could just stay up all night. I could do that. I probably shouldn't, but I could. 2544. Anyway, I was gonna do an interview with AJ, see what's up with, see what's new in Walmart news, but he's asleep. So, and he downloaded something on my computer, so I can continue using it. So I don't have. Well, the only problem is I won't get any system updates. Anyway, but I can still use it. Now, I just thought of something. There's 2 things I can do. I think I am going to use the notebook and live stream. I think I am going to actually do that. The other thing is, what I'm saying, there's 2 options. I can either go to Walmart and get a 3rd tripod to set up over here for strictly for the webcam for live streaming, or the other thing I can do, but I hate to take it down, is I could so I can see where I'm in. Or what I could do is I could take down that camera. That camera over there that you're looking at is a VHS camera. Out in the main room, I have a whole cabinet full of VHS tapes. That's how I used to do my Channel 2 news videos. Again, that's how I used to do my Channel 2 news videos. Because that's the only way I could do it, because that was the only camera I had that you could plug a microphone into until I got this one. Now I can do Channel 2 news in 4K. But the thing is, so I don't use that camera that much, but I still like to keep it on hand. Like if I want to do old, like movies with an old look, or videos with an old look to them, I can do them with that camera. So what I could do is I could take that camera off the tripod over there, which I really don't want to do. I could take the camera off of that tripod and I could put the webcam on that one. Yeah, the other thing I could do would be take that camera off of that tripod and mount the webcam to the tripod where it sits. The problem is I don't want to be that far away from the camera. I want the camera to be closer to me. That's why I'll set it up. Yeah, set it up in the corner. I'll figure something out. Actually, I might just leave that camera tripod where it is and get another one to set up over here for the webcam for live streaming. Oh yeah. Again, but I don't know how long. What time is it now? What is it? Hold on, I can't read the time on the camera. Looks like it says 9 minutes 42 seconds, I think. We might have to hold on. We might have to go get my glasses. Yeah, it said 9 minutes. Now we've hit the 10-minute mark. So yeah, this is Joe Panek reporting live for Channel 2 News in the studio. Here, let me flip you around over here. Okay. Now you see the 3 TVs behind me. The TV that's off, that one is always on the Weather Channel. All the time, 24/7. I never switch it off. In the event of severe weather, and I've probably already gone over this before. In the event of severe weather, that TV will remain on the Weather Channel. The The one in the middle will be on channel 8. The one in the middle will be on channel 8. And the one over here will be on channel 10. What I do is I monitor the local stations because one doesn't break in at the same time as the other. The only time they break in at basically the same time is if there's a thunderstorm warning. Well, not thunderstorm warning, but like if there's a tornado warning for Lincoln or the Lincoln area, they'll break in like that. It's almost instant. They'll do that. Now, another thing I didn't mention. You see these more down south. If there is a major, and I mean a major severe weather outbreak, we're talking similar along the lines of like an all-out tornado outbreak. You'll see a tornado watch that is called a PDS tornado watch. That is a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch. That means conditions are favorable and tornadoes are going to happen. You don't see that up here in Nebraska much. They'll just slap us with a tornado watch, but it's never been a PDS tornado watch that I know of. And I've been in storm responding for a while now. Yeah. Did you hear my thoughts? No. I'm going to okay, with my phone, with this thing, I can film for an hour continuous, for an hour long. And so what'll happen, and then I can upload it to YouTube from my phone. So I thought about doing that during a severe weather outbreak, but the problem with that is I need to keep my phone open because my two aunts, my Aunt Mary and Aunt Benita, they live together in Lincoln. If there's severe weather, they'll either call me or my family uses this app called Marco Polo, or they'll Marco me and ask me what's going on and what's coming their way, because they call me the weatherman. They call me the weatherman. That's my name. Anyway, so yeah. So for that matter, I kind of need to keep my phone open when it's severe weather because I can't exactly answer if they call me. If somebody calls me when I'm doing a video, I probably have to stop the video to answer the phone. Now I have the Marco app on my tablet, which I believe I've shown you. Hold on. Absolutely free. But wait, there's more. No. I sound like Ron Popeil or whatever his name is. Okay, this here. Hold on. Alright. It's going to get a fingerprint in a minute. This here is a 10.1 inch tablet. It's a 10.1 inch Android tablet. I have Marco Polo on there and I have Snapchat on there. The problem is, when I use those two apps, it's basically a stretched out version of portrait mode when I use the camera on the tablet, and I can't figure out how to fix that. I'm going to have to work on that. The thing is, I could stay up all night and record, but who am I kidding? I wouldn't be able to stay awake that long. Even if I don't take my meds and try to stay up all night long, I'll fall asleep eventually. It happens. Well, no, actually, correction. If I take my Zyprexa alone, without taking the melatonin, and try and stay up all night, I'll end up staying up all night but I'll eventually fall asleep. Eventually. So, we are recording. My door won't stay open. What's happening is the wind from the fan is getting behind the door. It's pushing the door open. It's pushing the door so it's shut. It won't stay open all the way. Choppy. And this microphone will reach out to the kitchen. I'd have to get out the extension, but I'm not sure. I have a 25-foot microphone extension. Which, come to think of it, I'm not even sure exactly where that's at. I need a Coke. Yeah, I have no clue. No, that's old microphone wire. I seriously, as I said, I have no clue where that extension is. I don't know if it's in the stand here, or if it's over by my computer desk. I guess provided the camera stays working, I could take you mobile. Because I don't want to stop recording. I'm going to keep going for a while. Shoja. We are recording. Deo. Okay, no, we won't be doing no Deo during the night, though. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Oh shit! What did I just do? Hold on, I guess. I hope I didn't just break, but something doesn't look right. Okay, never mind. The door's fine. Alright. See, this is as far as I can go with the microphone right now. I don't know if you can still hear me. The microphone is sitting on the TV stand. Alright, I got my Coke. We're good to go. Once again, this is still the one and only Antonio 29ish reporting for Channel 2 News in 4K. In 4K at 30 frames per second. We've probably been recording for almost 30 minutes, almost a half hour now. That belch was brought to you in part. That belch was brought to you in part by no. That belch was sponsored by. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this one. I'm not running out of things to say. I could talk to the camera. I could talk to the camera forever. So I'm gonna cut this video. Upload it to YouTube, and I'm gonna make another video while this one's uploading. We're back. This is the one and only Antonio 29ish reporting for Channel 2 News. This is the one and only Antonio 29ish signing off. Antonio 29ish, Channel 2 News.